There we go. 9 medium stands, 1 light, 20 general aviation, and $6 million in the bank. You've got to be happy with that. Hey, g'day everybody. Welcome back, and now for another tutorial. In this one we're actually going to focus on shops and food. I know, and the same for myself, when you build the terminal you focus on the aircraft, you focus on the baggage handling and setting up the actual runway. Well, believe it or not, the food and the shops is a very good revenue generator. So now we're actually going to do a very quick tutorial on food and shops. Now generally you can put the shops on both the secure side or the non-secure side. So we're going to focus a little bit on the secure side because that's personally where I eat all my food when I go shopping in an airport. Okay, so the first thing we need to do before we actually do the food, so when we open up our areas, you'll see that you do not have the ability to have shops or to have food outlets. So what we need to do is we need to actually open up the procurements tab. Now when you go down to the procurements tab, before you actually have the shops and outlets, you can see that you actually need a strategy director. Okay, so we're going to go straight to the employees, to the board. We're going to open the applicants for a strategy director. You know what, and at the same time we're actually going to open our applicants for both a CIO, a CFO and a HR director. So that will just get a couple of applications in. We're not going to hire them yet, we'll hire them as we move to the next lot of tutorials. Let's go to our applicants, filter, scroll down to a strategy director, and there we go. We've got a couple of applicants, so we're just going to grab one of these. We'll grab I'll grab a name that I can pronounce, Nina. There we go. Welcome aboard, Nina. Now that we've got the strategy director, we can press tab, go to contracts, go to procurement, scroll down, and now we should meet the requirements. So we'll hit the unlock, and we'll hit the unlock. So as you can see, it's going to take 6 hours, so we'll see you in 6 hours. Okay, and welcome back. So 6 hours has passed and we should now see a couple of items. So first of all, if we click on the areas, we should see now that we have food and shops available. The second thing is if we click on items, we should now actually see that we have small shelves, medium shelves and shopping cashiers. And at the top under food items we see fridge displays and cafe counters. And obviously the last thing is when we go over to contracts, procurement, shop upgrades and food franchises have now been locked. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to build, and we're going to start with, let's say we'll start with our shops first. So what I would recommend is first of all create yourself a little area. And what you want to do is you want to test the size compared to your map. So I'll keep this space clear. I'm going to just build the shops in the middle. So I'm just going to build a little, there you go, 8 by 8. That's a good little area to start off with, remembering we're doing shops. So open up the item, grab your shop counter, and just drop that in your little area. Once you've done it, you can click on sign a contract. So you may also want to do this with it on pause, and then that way you're not, as you can see I'm starting to run out of cash during this demo, so I can sign a contract. Now when I sign a contract, a couple of options come up. So let's click on quick stop. So quick stop is saying they want 41 meters squared, but the size that I've created is 64 meters, so it's a tick. I need 2 shop shelves, of which I have none, and I have a cashier's desk. So in this case I just need to click put in 2 shop shelves, and then I would be able to sign that contract. Now with FlyGo it needs 135 meters square. I have 64, so what it's telling me is I would need somewhere twice as big in order to meet this requirement, something a little big. So it just helps you a little bit with the space. And then you have the travel shop. They're going to want 200 meters squared. So I'm going to need something 3 times as big and 12 shops. So I'm now going to build each of those 3 areas. So now that I've got that, I'm going to click the area, a shop. I'm going to build something twice as big. So that one was 8 by 8. So we're now going to do 8 by 16, and I'm just going to go to 20 just so we've got enough space. And then you needed something 3 times as big, so I'm actually going to go all the way down the bottom and then by 8. Drop a counter in those, and we should, sorry, we're looking for shop counter. This should actually meet the requirements for each of these shops. So click on that, sign a contract, fly go. Well, more than enough room. And more, 240 of 202. So now I just need to put in the desks. So I need to put in 12 for stop shop. Fly go, I need to have 8. And quick stop I need to have 2. So 12, 8, 2. So we'll go in and we'll just take a mixture of shops. So we'll have some large, obviously these ones have the room for large. So we'll drop some large ones in here. So we need 12. So keeping in mind that's 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. More than enough. This one just needed 2. And this one needed 8. Whoops, made a mistake. So you can hit control and press click, a new feature. So by hitting control and hitting click on the button again, it will actually delete. So let's put some mediums in there so we can mix it up and you can actually see the difference. There's a couple of mediums. And we'll do a couple of small shelves just so you see the small shelves as well. Now they're all counted as a single shelf, so keep it in mind that what I could do is if I had the right area, I could just build a heap of small shelves and that meets the criteria. So let's start it again, but whilst it's being built, I can sign contracts. So we'll sign a contract for quick stop. I've met all the criterias. I'll click tick and sign. Shopping counter, sign a contract. Fly go, I should say. I've got that. And sign a contract. And then the last one we had was traveller shop, and I've met the requirements, and as you can see, rent per hour is 2,626. So definitely the shops are an important part of the game. The other thing to note is, as you can see, is I've had another couple of offers for shops. So once you've built just a couple of shops, now I'm going to build a couple of restaurants. So we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to do it in the food. So we're going to create ourselves a little food outlet just here, 8 by 8, good little tester. Now then we're going to zoom in and we're going to drop a cafe counter. So let's drop that cafe counter here. On the side. And we're going to click on the cafe counter and let's have a look at the contract. So Hip Top Cafe, a 1 star, needs 42. That's big enough. And Swift Veg needs 119 or 120. So once again, twice as big. A 3 star needs 200. So that tells me that the sizes are going to be very similar. So we'll just do exactly the same thing again. So now we're actually going to do food. So 8 by 8, 16. So twice as big. And then we'll have a large one as well. And let's just repeat the process. So drop in a cafe counter. and let's see what they need. So sign a contract for a single person. Hilltop Cafe needs 1 fridge. Well, that's easy. For a 2-star, we need 3 fridges, and for a 3-star, we need 7 fridges. So 7, 3, 1. In this case, we only have one choice. So 1, 2, 3. And this was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we can sign cafe, and we've got plenty of options now. They're all coming in. They all want our services. So we'll sign that one for $82 an hour. We'll sign this one for $714. We'll sign this one for $2,870 an hour for a pizza place. And there you have it. We now have 3 shop outlets and 3 food outlets, generating approximately, I would say, maybe $6,000-7,000 an hour. That has now been reduced. So this is into 21.9, so that actually has a 30% reduction on what it used to be. So you're not going to make as much money as you did a little in the previous version, but you're still going to make some income. So they're going to build that through the night, and we're just going to speed it up now until morning, and you'll see the customers actually using the shops. So we'll see you in a couple of hours. Okay, welcome back. It's now been 3 more hours. As you can see, my shops and my food outlets have now been completed. You can see my income has increased dramatically. I'm now earning $5,000 an hour, where I was making a loss of a couple of $100 an hour. So obviously, as soon as you get your first commercial aviation, I would recommend maybe building a couple of little shop outlets, a couple of little food outlets, so you can actually get in some revenue. And not only do you get the rental revenue, as you can see, the customers will actually come along, and every now and again you'll actually see, like here, you'll see a percentage of the sales. If you want to check your finances, you can actually press the tab, go into the finances, the budget, and you can actually see your hourly income. So you can see that your rental income, I'm actually getting $7,000 an hour from rent. So it is a good little opportunity to make money whilst you're now focusing on building the rest of your airport. Okay, good luck, airport CEOs, and we'll see you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to hit the subscribe down below and the like button. And if you have any comments or any questions or any problems, please put them down below. I'll definitely answer your questions, and I'm more than happy to make some more tutorials. Just let us know what you would like to see. Thank you again, and have a great time. Bye.